Yeah. I think energy actually really makes the song. But you know, ish.
Yeah, anopinda nemoyo.
Anopinda nemoyo. Sezva munoita kana mautanga kutaura shoko raMwari so munopinda nemoyo. That's what Apostle is in the building. So we are talking about social pressures. December is around the corner.
Exactly.
I think totongotenda waMwari kuti November hapana zvimarora zvinoitika vanhu vanga vakachila saka pressure zero muna November. But December. Chikuti 1 December unozonzi ningi yazodai uyu yazodai izvi zvazodai mota yazotengwa imba yapera kuvakwa uyu akucrossa border uyu akazoenda UK uyu yazodai. And then now when you are looking at your life unobvafira kuti hapana zviri kuitika muupenyu hwangu. So we want to talk about those social pressures. Yes, young people go through them, but also adults go through those pressures. So everyone, male, female, young and old, go through those social pressures. So tukutangira papi panyaya yedu yema social pressures. What actually brings about social pressures?
Wow, thank you so much for this wonderful time, everyone. God bless you. So I think the first thing, let us just make a definition of the word pressure. Yes, we are talking about pressure. What is pressure? Pressure is an attempt to persuade or coerce someone into doing something. It is that attempt to persuade or coerce someone into doing something. So there are people, even without knowing, I can actually persuade someone to do something which they don't want even to do such a thing, but because they see me doing it, they are pressured to do it. So in life, it's either you are inspired or you are pressured.
Hi.
So it's good to look at what other people are doing.
It's good.
You have to check. All right. And be inspired, not pressured. So every time you move out of pressure, you copy what I'm doing out of pressure, not inspiration. You are bound to make a mistake. Why? Because when you look at someone making it in life, someone building a house, someone making it in ministry, someone making it even Aurora, let it inspire you that I'm next in line. Let it inspire you that I am going to also become like that tomorrow. But when it begins to pressure you now, you begin to make my decisions are out of the way. You begin to make my decision out of pressure, and at the end of the day, you are going to cry because you don't know where am I wired to do what I'm doing. I was telling people yesterday, compete na Joseph, because pressure no papa competition.
Okay. Yes.
Tikada compete na Joseph. Joseph is a dreamer by birth. He's a natural dreamer.
You can't compete.
So even you can think about twin one, you can think about kumbezo kararama skirt, but Joseph does not even need a blanket to have a dream. Even akagara pa dombo, so Joseph can start to have a dream. Ashtora akagara chero pa agara. So you end up going out of your way because you think maybe zuri mukurara mukurota kwake. So uno ndoska zwaresa wakarara, maniresa wakarara, and you spend and you waste your time because you want to be like Joseph, and you are pressured to a dream. So a lot of people are not inspired, but they are pressured. And usually people who are pressured by what you are doing, those people, they are competing with you silently.
Right.
There are people who looks at you, and they, instead of being inspired by what you are doing, inside of them, they are telling themselves, I can do it better than her.
Imagine.
So they begin to act not out of inspiration. They begin to act out of pressure. So every time you are under pressure, things begins to happen. And in pressure, what causes people to be pressured? One thing that I've discovered, what can cause my youth, even my church, pressure, it is because we want to fit into a certain level. We want to fit in with certain people.
So pressure comes about when I want to fit in.
Where you are on a level without fit. So, say for example, I can go. You are a youth. Then you team party, but party and then but you want to fit in. So you are pressured into doing what they are doing. Even maybe they are drinking alcohol, maybe they are taking drugs. But because you cannot power, you feel out of place. So you want to fit into what they are doing. So you are pressured to do what they are doing because you want to fit in. So because you want to fit in, you end up adjust your views, adjust your behavior, adjust your character, adjust everything about you in order to fit into a certain type of people. So this is what happened because we want to fit in. Though chinokonzesa kuti tive mu pressure kuti andira kutofamba one Benz ndifite kune vane ma Benz ndoda kuitawo slay queen
but chishuwo
chakanaka kana chiri out of inspiration.
If it's out of inspiration,
not being pressure.
But if it's out of pressure, disaster,
you begin to make my shortcuts.
Yeah,
the shortest cut is the longest cut. There are people who took a shortcut and discover that actually they've applied for a highway, which is the longest way. So sometimes you can say, I think we'll go deeper as we go.
All right.
So social pressure can also lead us to behave in ways that are not good for ourselves. So you begin to behave in a way that is not good for you, but good for other people. I also want them to feel good about me, yet you are pressured. It's not good for you. You can have a boyfriend, not good for you, but because you are pressured, because everyone among your friends has got a blazer. I get it.
Yeah.
So you are pressured into certain things in certain way of behaving. So kazhinji pressure tisata deeper nenye pressure. Inoitikira pai pressure inoitikira mind. Ndoma inotangira.
Okay, so pressure starts in the mind.
In the mind.
Okay, so just to break it down for those who are just joining us, if you're just joining us, we've got Apostle Blessing Chigodora live with us in studio on Capi Talk 100.4 FM for lunchtime recharge. We are also live on Facebook. Apostle is live on his social platforms. And you can catch this also on our Facebook page. Let's say, Patatanga. You can re-watch it after the interview. So you are saying there's a difference between doing certain things in life when it's moved by pressure and when it's moved by inspiration.
Yes.
So you are saying pressure is the wrong kind of wind that needs to push you in a certain direction.
If I'm under pressure, I want it now.
Okay, if I'm under pressure,
I want it now.
If I'm inspired,
I can take time.
I can.
Because I have someone said if they one day I'll be there. But pressure man, I want it. UK, I must be there. So you're under pressure, you're not being inspired. And usually ukaona uri under pressure, unemunhu wawaona ari pa certain level. And in you urukushidot I am better than this person. Because there are people who consider themselves better than you.
Oh my God.
So when they see you there, they are saying, and those go now. So they are pressured into proving a point that I can do it better than you. And they begin to make mistakes and change behavior and their character. And they become the bad person.
So with pressure, you want to prove a point.
You want to prove a point.
With inspiration, you're like, it's a life goal. This is something I want to accomplish. I will achieve it.
Knows what? Wow. And one day, you pass bara. But pressure, in 24 hours it has to happen, so you make wrong decision because of that. So that the pressure in it can mind. The world has been designed to put pressure on you so that you can change the way you behave, the way you think, and the way you do things. It's mental. There are things that are designed by the devil to put pressure on you. What you see on TV, what you see on Facebook, what you see on Instagram. You can go on Instagram, you're seeing someone, because shinzi omanama beba kanaka ndo language yekunyika asikana wakanaka mfanange vari vatsvuku. So another sister of mine is in Chitungwiza, paskini ava ina kutsvuka manje, but vaudzwa manje kuti mbinga dziri kuda vanhu vakaita se dziri kuda mayellow bone, ivo havana kutsvuka. Saka at the end of the day vane pressure yekuda kutsvuka. Saka vanopedzisira vakushandisa ma-supplements aya iwo ma-supplements aya they are being used out of pressure.
And the food.
Pamwe panzi paipa ano body yava ina kukura, vane body diki kuri vanhu vane miri yakaita se yakakurisa. So because of that social pressure, what we see on Facebook, what we see on Instagram, we end up compromising on who we are. Ndo panezonge pakubuda vanenge vakubleacha vaya pressure futi ya
ndo pane compromise manje.
Pressure
it's not who you are.
Takuti pressure takubleacha mwa kunowedzerera manje zvakunowedzerera ipapa manje zvezvikoitwa mukati momumo You understand? It is because it is happening out of pressure. So there are things that are designed to put pressure on you. The devil has designed a system that pressurizes you into behaving in a way is real. Number one, pressure to live a life beyond your level.
Okay, Apostle, sorry.
Pressure to live a life beyond your level. Life, we are not all at the same level.
True story.
You need to agree and to kubvumirana newe kuti asati ndasvika. Usakurumidza kusvika. Usati wasvika. Kuti asati tine IT wasati ane iPhone. Tomboshandisa iyoyo. Tiri kugara mu 2 rooms asati ane mari kuenda ku uptown. Tombogara kugeto ikoko. Tiri kufamba neHonda Fit iri right for now if you save because asati ane mari yekuisa mu GLE. Saka tomboshandisa nezvatinazvo. So a lot of people, they begin to live a life beyond their level. So if you live a fake life, your destiny helpers, if you live a fake life, you are going to be in trouble because your destiny helpers will begin to call you boss. We have seen you on a Mercedes Benz and we have got a Honda Fit that we might have given you, but you are saying, how can we give her a Honda Fit when she has a Benz? Because wakatiratidza picture kuti une mazimari. Saka tikaona munhu arida basa pakona parida munhu pane basa riripo fane vacancy. But manje picture wakatiratidza manje out of pressure. Techikuti you are right. Saka unofane nzara uri ikoko. So sometimes don't live pressure to live a life beyond your level. Number two, pressure to do what your friends are doing.
No big one, man.
What your friends are doing.
That's the biggest one.
Your friends are getting married.
Yes,
your friends are buying cars.
I also want.
Your friends are living in luxurious homes.
Oh, I really
your friends are going to party every weekend. They are I
want to have fun.
You want to do it. So you are pressured. Even if it goes against your values of life, you are pasina nguva, you end up violating your laws. The laws that have set for yourself.
Moral compass
yes, and because your friends are doing it. Your friends, you are church, but because you know, others are doing it, I'll just do it because everyone is doing it. So you are pressured to do that. And also pressure to drive a nice car. Pressure to drive a nice car. Apetruma spera ku vanasikana vedu daimwari adeliver vanasikana vedu vasisters from the spirit of fear.
Speak it louder.
May God deliver our sisters, yes. Our sisters from the spirit of Dzimwe and Petro.
Yeah, feeling it.
Yes. And also pressure to impress. This is imagine on Kawande. Pressure to impress. Was only the Musha. Because when you go to South Africa, you are not also but because when a pressure not right, so you end up see us to town to impress on our I want to take a door, but yet things are not well. You want to impress, so you are pressured to impress people. Impress so they are pressured to go out of their way. They can actually go and borrow money. Could Abba South Africa ashanda goreresa adot to him. Iba bawari andaru kuyama manje. Wakaterere. Mari kuyasha. Ino amuno itoino to anoro amaranzi wayo ichiba impressa. But after our impressa because of pressure kuti vati uyere zviri kumufambira South Africa. Sometimes kana usina una kana wina zonani unazo. So this is the pressure to impress. Pressure ku impress munhu wamari ndichapabata pamberi apa zvangu yabarika nopabada michani ndio inobata even isusu wafundisi we want to impress
even kuvafundisi
iriko
men of God
iriko kuvafundisi I want to impress your prophetic major 5
go deeper.
So I want to impress them muthu anobva achiti chibaba choprofitize so unopesera manje ka wa pressured wa kuprofita zvisipo manje yet you were not supposed to be.
I say in the realm of the spirit.
One body, go deeper, Papa, go deeper. You have the prophetic sharpshooter. You were born to do this. Get the sense? So you want to impress people.
Yeah.
You end up doing things outside the will of the Father because you are pressured to prove your point. You have told your people, Inina can see everything. No, there are people who say that. But in Apana was Elisha Momusanto Achona Mkazushina Matachuya, and to Ishe, the Lord has not revealed to me the problem of this woman. This is the greatest prophet.
Right.
But you don't go down. I can see everything. The owner just say, I see everything. I can see everything. Now people comes to you and they put you under pressure. Makatu munaona zvese. Saka you've got chakubvunza kuti ko rinopera sei bhora rakati. Ani muona zvese. Ko inopera sei nyaya yekuBotswana. Inopera sei elections ari kuningirira ari kuAmerica. Yes. Saka tokuisa pa pressure manje. So because you want to impress us of what you said, you begin to make mistakes. It's very dangerous. And then pressure to prove. Pressure to prove.
Apa, who am I proving? Who am I trying to prove to?
Right. Nyoka kana ikapinda mgarden ine vhangeri ainaro. Yosvika yoti kuna Eve, icho kwadere kuti makanzi naMwari musadye muchero. Handiti icho kwadere kuti statement renyoka ukada kuri study rineka kunyepa mukati. Rineka chokwadi but muchokwadi muneka kunyepa. Saka Eve chinosaka kuti apindure. Chosaka kuti apindure. Anopindura because ada kuprova kunyoka kuti you are wrong. Saka pakuda kuprovera nyoka ipapa ndo pakubva conversation yatanga yakazowadzingisa mugarden of Eden. Ndio yakarova futi Samson na Delilah akanzi ungati unondida usingandudze chokwadi. Saka tikaona Samson akuudza Delilah chokwadi ari kumuudza because aiswa pressure. Saka pressure ada kuprova kuti shavarika ndotokuda zvekudaro obva abudisa secret obva adona. Now, nyoka pa inosvika kuna Eve inoti Mwari anozviziva kuti nemusi wamuchadya muchafanana naMwari. Nemusi wamuchadya wamuchadya muchafanana naMwari. Eve ndo achiudzwa statement rofanana naMwari ndobva atarisa fruit. Bible says, and behold, it was good for food. Ndobva atema. Tikaona Eve akuritema chamukonvinza pai mashoko ataurwa nenyoka ekunzi muchafanana naMwari. Saka chibva mazuva nzara yaEve haisi yefruit. Nzara iri muna Eve ndiye kuda kufanana naMwari. Inonzi God status. Yekuda kunamatwa. Ndo nzara iri muvanhu vakawanda. Ndo inosaka masista edu abvise hembe osara nebra. Right?
Come on.
Because kunonzi kunamatwa kuombererwa.
Yes.
Osara nebraso, osara nekashoti kadiki otanga kurekoda live vanhu vachikanda mafire emoji achitweka pai. Zvese ari kuzviitira sister ava. Vari kuitira kuti boss last week vanimwe yavakaita vakaombererwa saka varifana kurwa ino futi. Saka anda kunamatwa. Saka ane pressure kuti aramba achinamatwa.
Saka sevanhu we've got that thing in us.
Chekuda ndosaona kuti kazhinji ukaenda pamuchato. Ainini ndoda ngopa zvinhu zvangu chinyarara ndikuzikanwa. Tochizototi mapa chinyarire list yochizoverengwa uko kuti vanhu toda kutenda mainingi vamboti aiwa nini hangu handizvokutaurwa rako rochiregedza kubuda. Atipoona kuti vamwe vese vaombererwa dasa rako rosiyiwa kuti unosataura zvako but mukati mako unzwa kuti dai ndamboombererwa bichana. Saka mune pressure yekuda kuombererwa. So this is why all our daughters or our sisters, they go out of their way because they have a pressure to prove a point. Like now social media, social media.
Go on.
Mune nzara, mune pressure yekuda kutrenda. Mungene ada kutrenda.
Social media. Trend. Ndokuti social media. Inokudhara Apostle panakatanga kupinda like in the entertainment industry. Like ndikaposta picture so. Ndaiposta na 1:45. Na 13:47 ndabata phone futhi ndakutarisa picture ye kuti yani ma likes mangani. Na 10:02 ndikubata phone futhi ndotarisa picture ndona kuti yani ma likes mangani. Ndikati ngaishike ka 100 likes. Ngaishike ka 900. Ichito chakuchemera 100 likes.
But it's a decent photo.
It's
a what? It's a decent photo.
But the hunger yekungoti
but it's a decent but kuzoposta manje. You could even put him on to one akaposta somewhat as an hammer. Maybe I can block a madzese. What? She's a poster as Hana manere muno. Hana hamaira, Hana wanyari kanere. Pressure, you could have my likes. so vanonzi saka because mavari vanoda muchafana naMwari saka vaiva nepressure yekuda kunamata inonzi God status small g God status kunamatwa saka vakaiswa pressure because of what they wanted, their hunger. Ndobva vadya the forbidden fruit. Fruit ravaisafanira kudya ndobva vadya.
Right.
Saka pressure kana ikaya pauri inoita kuti udye the forbidden fruit. Une pressure yekuda kufamba nemota saka unodya the forbidden fruit. Wodana navarume vevanhu. Une pressure yekuda kugara kuborode usina mari. Saka unopesera wadya the forbidden fruit. The forbidden fruit remisikanzwa iri wedari shandisike va the forbidden fruit remujolo pezera waricha forbidden fruit rekutora madrugs just to try and be like them saka vazhinji makadya the forbidden fruit because of pressure iko kutobuda munhu asina kupfeka pasocial media pafacebook pane hama dzako pane vanyarikani
ndakatoti zvoni ukaposta whether it's a nude picture or semi-nude something with the population that we have in Zimbabwe ukasasvika wakana pa 10,000 likes aiwa bvisa yako picture yako why are you doing that
saka ukaona ukajarira kuombererwa kunzi uyu akapenga anotrenda kunzi auya anovhura hombe yakaipa saka une pressure kuda kuprove saka unopesera wakuti hazvisirizvo wakubuda kushara zvinyadzi wakubuda kushara zvisina kubasa because of pressure. Social media zvayakagadzirwa iyaya yakagadzirwa kuti ipe vanhu pressure. Dzimwe mota dzaunoona vanhu vainadzo hadzisi mota dzavo saka uchava nepressure plus vamwe vanhu vari kudya mari kanitaurira vanhu vari kudya profit saka chenjera kudya capital kudya capital nevanhu vari kudya profit plus mawanyiro anosiyana iwewe uri nekamusika kako kaunowana $10 profit uye hamene musika wake wainawo waanowana profit ye1000 saka hamuna kufanana saka accept the level where you are tenda Mwari nepauri kuti Mwari pandiri panapa nditori bonda kadaro handisi mene zvangu song yastana I love the song handisi mene zvangu asi ndiri botsano yes pandiripo panapa I am okay one day my life is going to change yes handisi kuti kana usabva usava ne a drive yekuva better life.
Come on,
you must have the drive to be better in life.
Be content.
But be content with where you are.
Don't be comfortable.
Don't be comfortable.
Be content.
Be content with where you are.
Amen.
And work hard to become what you become, what you want to become. But give yourself time. Give yourself time. There are other people, this is a hard statement I'm about to say. There are other people who married at 22 and you are 30, you have not been married, and you feel pressure. But in the journey of life, that person who married at 22, maybe they are dying at 31, and you live up to 70. Saka, we tinosumuka tese pakasiyana siyana. If someone in your church buys a car, don't be pressured. It's a sign that God is in the neighborhood. You are next in line. Your testimony is coming. If your brother buys a house, a cheese, whatever they do, it is a sign that it is possible. Saka pa unoona vamwe vachibudirira, ngazvikupe tariro, ngazvikupe kutenda kuti kana zvichiitika kune munhu haana ropa rechokoreti kauyu. Tine ropa rakangofanana. Saka taidzidza tese kusemusikuru. Saka kwandiro rimwe zuva, saka tinosumuka tese pamazuva akasiyana. We don't rise in the same day. Even futi vabereki futi ndo panotoda kuti tibate kuti sometimes musape vana pressure nemashoko. Vakurudzirei kushanda but sometimes don't pressure them too much. Anopedzisira azongotsvaga chidhara chake chaanongotizira plus ozodzoka futi mangwana ane kamwe vana vatowanda because tamupa pressure pamusha kuti wona vamwe vako vese ava wona vamwe vako vese varurwa panapa anozvirora ega anoda kutomirira kutotsvagwa saka ngatinamate kana asati awanikwa ngatinamate but let's not pressure our children. Even mukadzi mumba chamo chamo murume wako mukurudzire kushanda but usazonyanya kubva wamupa pressure akauyaone sauti ngaitende kuti thank you so much baba kana mutupo uchitotaurwa ipapo ngautaura kuti aiwa no thank you so much kwete kuti pese pauya hamuna zvamupeta panapa boss ndoda mukadzi akaenda pa next door akaenda kana kuraundi yevakadzi vamwe achiti kwangu usati murume wangu akati auya, he brought me a pizza, but inini I was bought a dress. Dzinobva asha dziri mumu dzadzibai vachiita kuti murume izvaunontengerana upezonotengera hembe rini, but you know the situation of your husband kuti things are not well for your husband. You are the one anofanira kutorapa murume kuti don't worry my husband, it is going to be well. Iwo wacho murume futi kana wanzi nemukadzi wako don't worry, chireka bva relax ofuti obva kuti wangu anongondidanda kadaro ndaibva ndikati kune munhu wotika oye akakuda wakadaro not because aikuda wakadaro but akakutarisa sondobva aona potential kuti uyu kauti haana zvake but in 10 years
zvobuda
tenda apa rinani. Saka uyu adiwa akadaro manje akabva atoti mukadzi wako ana pressure ndobva atogara manje. Saka now there is a problem in the house because arikuti bet yandakaita kaka inonzi betting yandakaita kai haina kubuda zvakanaka.
Tiri ipapo pamacouples vanopanana pressure mukadzi nemurume. Vakadzi vane a certain type of pressure that they give to their husbands that propels the men to do better. Vane ka pressure kavanopa varume and then the man does better. Because I need to provide for the family, I need to look after my family, which is like, I don't want to say good pressure. Okay, maybe lack of a better word, good pressure. Good level of pressure. And then pane pressure ya mataura iyo kuti ano yakabipa kudai so akutuka murume. Where is that line yekuti kana uchida kubatsira murume wako kuti ashande a bit better, aite zvinhu, you know, more, be more ambitious, achieve more, usina kumutarisira pasi.
I think kugona kuappreciate zvambounzwa zvacho. Munhu abuda pamba odzoka pamwe $20 ngaigone kutendwa 20 yobozi pashando kuti 20 iuye. To appreciate, we thank God for this. We pray that more is coming to us. You are encouraging your husband in a good way. Why ndikudaro izvo? Bible noti Mwari paakaona Adam asina mukadzi akati it's not good for a man to be what? To be alone. I will make him a helper. I will make him a what? A helper. The word helper yet translated to the original word panobuda word rekuti aid, which is the word nurse. So God said it's not good for a man to live without a nurse. What murwere? Muchi murwere wenyu akwara kwaenda kubasa kwaanga achishanda akwara ane chidhiu chaazama kuita akwara ndobva chaashina kubuda akwara ane mari avharwa akwara ane akatokuwara. Saka paari kuuya mumba umu ngaawane nguva yakawanda yekurapwa. Saka anofanira kuti kana akasvika kumba anosvika kuvhurwa, so he knows kuti things are not well. Saka haadi futi kuti pashoda ipapo futi paronda ipapo panzi so kuti futi ipapo so anokurudzirwa. There is a way. That's why madzimai muchikurudzirwa kuti endai kuchina chemadzimai munotichwa how to heal these wounds and also speak sense into their lives. Handisi kuti regerera munhu asingashandi ngataurwe naye kuti aiwa no shanda, but it must not be the everyday message. Pese paudzoka amusoshanda panapa. You understand? You need to do that.
Hanzi saka nyini ndiri murwere wajuu. Ataura muzitare mudzimai wake ndakati yes my guy. Uri murwere. Hanzi, thank you so much Apostle. Zvoda nyasha zvizhinji dzamwari. The devil is at work. Most of the things we aspire are not of God. Ashina mwari mukati. Hanzi, preach it. Vanhu vapone and people are not content. Vanhu vapanoda kudzidziswa kudzikama chaiko. This is my muku pa Greendale. Julia says, amen Apostle. Yedu yekuda kuita fit in pasingakwani inoita kuti tiite pressure and tofa yedu ne pressure iyoyo.
No right.
Wanting to just fit in. Yeah.
Ndoda mubato pressure yeku industry kwedu. Kwedu ndo kune pressure.
Right.
Pressure from other pastors. Kuna wakomana wakawanda vasitori na callings. Awana udezwa na Mwari.
Sadaro kana Apostle.
But vakatanga machechi because of pressure. Because vakaona visionary achidrive a motor vakafunga kuti ndosvikonawo. Saka they started ministry not because of the voice of God. Ati pressure kuti ndozvigo now. So mafundisi kazhinji pachezvo mafundisi achakadedzwa. Mafundisi vanoitisana pressure. Mafundisi acho tinopanana pressure yekufamba nebenzi. Iye munhu akati kuva nemazano akawanda ndo success ministry ndiada utsurwa. Because ane vanhu vashoma anenge ane pressure kuti saka kana ndine vashoma I'm not successful ministry. Munhu akati kana ukafamba nezimota rinodhura riya ndo that's success in ministry. Ndiye akapa the young generation the pressure yekuti they are no longer after the souls, they are after getting a big car, they are after getting a nice suit more than impacting life.
Because saka, surely, yeah, what's the point of driving a big car and not impacting life?
You're not impacting life. Saka, even Jesus angasimbona chechakura checha Jesus anga 12 members, but he was still the Christ. So if you are a great man, no matter where you are, appreciate where you are. If God says you have stadiums, you have them. Don't cut corners, don't do shortcut. Kazhinji unozona because of pressure manje mfundisi anopezera kuti kune giving Sunday. Yeti mwara anamboti kune giving Sunday. Mwara doti kuparidzwe Jesu uchechi. But because pane kamari kari kudiwa kuti ti upgrade motor.
Apostle kune Thanksgiving Sunday.
Aiwa.
Kune Thanksgiving.
Saka mwana pesera akushonyongora Bible kuti abire vanhu. Prophet Angel wakaprofita bhora vakarova accuracy. Vakaprofita bhora Man City kuwina vakarova accuracy. Azvinonzi iwo profita bhora.
Right, got it.
Yes, iwo anozvigona zvebhora. Siya profita. Iwo kana usina kunzi profita bhora siya nazvo. Why are you pressured? Be inspired. You see, this is what I've seen happening in a lot of people. So never compete with anyone as a man of God. Be where you are, step by step, let God raise you. Akuna munhu akangotanga ari mukuru. Iwo vakuru vacho vari kuti inspire. There was once a time they were at a lower level. In fact, where you are now, someone is praying for that. Level ratitora mutori sibeke. Pana kuti Mwari kana mukandiendesa ipapo ndokunamata upenyu hwangu hwese.
Oh wow, apa beke ari kucomplain.
Ari kuti Mwari kana mukandipa chero Honda Fit zvayo. Chero ka visi kana ka 323 ka box ka Nissan kanonzi kachika mota kadikidika.
Kanisa match.
Kanisa match. Chero mukandipa ikako I'm concerned kanzi ndawana one room marare. So where you are is someone's prayer point. What you have, someone is praying to be that. So you need to thank God by where you are because it is someone's prayer point.
Apostle Chigodora was with us for lunchtime recharge. You can still continue to send your messages, your comments, your questions, your contributions. We will tackle them next week, Wednesday, when we continue with our lunchtime recharge. We're about to cross over to the news, but we have a message from Rainbow Finance, and they're saying, attention all